Oh, hi. I should clear my throat before I go live. It's the first time I've spoken today. Hello, how y'all doing? Happy Sunday. A little late. I've been in Unity all morning, starting work on my next project. Now that Beach Girl the movie review is done. Which, by the way, we'll be showing alongside... we'll be doing a kind of watch-along, kind of in the Discord, at about 3. So, until then... Shadowrun. I am dying from the heat in all caps. It's okay, Lynchy. That's one of those things that should be in all caps. Right. Shadowrun. That's enough of that. It's me. Hello, everyone. I hope you all have your government-mandated sippies for the heat. A Pusheen fan, that sounds amazing. My fan is a 4 or 5 inch steel USB fan. It's currently spinning at a slow enough RPM that I can see the individual blades, but this is the best I can do. I just kept smacking it until it started moving again. Like in the movies. Anyway, we played a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics, so it's time for some other tactic game. What are we doing again? I think we had another message, a gig to do soon. I got people to talk to. Places to see. In the Kreuzbazaar. Thank you. Okay, it didn't save the stuff we did last time when we were talking to people. I guess that's fine. Gives us a refresher of what's... Wait a minute. Yeah, we gave this lady the drone. I have a bodywear thing and a drug formula, so we gave those to people as well. I'm gonna go do that. And we were all excited, and I was like, I'm gonna get some body parts for Bocce, and then I realized it would make her magic shit, so I decided not to do that. Oh wait, I have to put Shadowrun mode on. Wait. Shadowrun mode. We have to go to over here. Be like that. Then now we glowing. That's right. Here's a formula. Some drugs I don't want. And here's a triage. Hello, doctor. Please accept this. Mouse is bugging me. Ugh. Please accept whatever this is. There is a safe engine. It wouldn't let me access it. It's okay. This is the only thing we did, and then we just spoke to some people, so... We'll go back. get through our Decker's conversation and a couple others. And then we're back where we were. It gives us a second shot at Iga's talk. It does! Actually, it's a good point. Let's see if we can, like, not fuck that up this time. Questions? Why should I trust you? Prove it. Consider it a test. Did she turn on you? I'm remembering my dialogue choices from last time. Intelligence. Tell me what happened. What did you do? That's not an answer. You did what you had to do. Right. Yeah, it was like grayed out. I guess until I talk to this dude. Doggo. Pet. Good. Dog-like. Then I spoke to him. Dominica's death harder than the others. What else did I say? You can sing? And he's like, no. What was your band called? Tell me. Messer Camp, that was it. Talked to a bunch of the coffee shop people too. Coffee shop. I don't think we actually went in there, did we? We did all that stuff before, and then we did a mission, and then we came back from the mission, and then this is all we did then. Oh, the gal was outside. Yeah, we could talk to her. And we got to talk to Glory some more as well. What did we say to you? It was like, who are you? I was like, wow, isn't he a little up for you? That's really judgmental. Right, so we did that. We didn't actually talk to him in there. Gossip travels fast, doesn't it? Not gossip, it's work. Survival, really. Aren't there child labor laws around here? Cammy posts up indignantly and you realise how young she must really be. She couldn't be out of her teens yet. What does that mean? That meant that it's a hard life for a kid. She gets quiet for a moment, briefly looking down at her shoes before looking you straight in the eye. Yeah, it can be. But it's better than some other lives. Alto gave me a good job and I'm super grateful for it. Which reminds me, I should get back to it. See you later. So I can sort of get some dialogue out of her and I sort of fucked it up. Okay, that's fine. I shouldn't patronize her. Pat him again. Woof. Alright, coffee boy, what you got? Gotta remember all these voices now. The Turk leans into you, keeping his voice low. I have information regarding that matter my people were looking into, Effendim, the one involved in the surveillance device on my data tab.
Oh, Doug, I've been waiting for my coffee for nearly an hour already. Are you growing the beans out back? Can't you see? Wait, hold on,
I need a sippy.
Can't you see that I'm speaking to an honored guest, you tower of quivering corpulence? Now then, as I was saying, we were fortunate that you happened upon the surveillance tap when you did. The people on the other end were planning a very bad thing, to be sure. Quite bad, yes. Monica Schaefer was an important member of this community, more than most were aware of. This kid was under her protection. You know how it is in the Flux Effendom. The governance of a place like this is tenuous as best. You never know who's going to be in charge from one day to the next. But Monica was a stabilizing force. And not just because she was dangerous, she was smart and funny and wise, and she had a way with people. They wanted to support her, to follow her, because they loved her. When she was killed, it left an opening for others. It would have meant bloodshed and pain if this council had not been allowed to continue their plan. But they did not. Or had been allowed to continue their plan, but they did not. We saw to it, you and I. What happened to them? They have been reasoned with. Let us simply say the matter is settled and leave it at that. The Crud's Bazaar will maintain its stability a while longer thanks to us. Now what can I do for you? I'm out.
Okay, so we gave him that intel and we dealt with the problem. I'm sure I could probably talk to all these other people again, right? These are just shops, thankfully, because, you know, I like dialogue, but I don't want to have to talk to like 48 people every time. Got a bunch of skill points to use. I think it doesn't let us save in this bit because we are at that point where we can mess up the dialogue trees. Alright, let's get this right. Aga turns to face you. There's a pained look on her face.
Look, I owe you an apology.
I'm listening.
When Monica died, I was pissed. That probably doesn't come as a huge surprise, but I took that anger out on you and I shouldn't have. Seeing Winter's body like that was enough to convince me. You couldn't have done anything to help Monica, and I couldn't have either. We're dealing with something new. Monica was a good friend of mine. Her death hurt. I got carried away and I said some things that I shouldn't have. I want to apologize for that.
Her body relaxes. She begins to turn away.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
There are a few things that I want to say. Turns back to face you. You can see the wariness behind her eyes.
Go ahead. Nobody's stopping you.
Accept your apology, but if you ever insult me in front of the team again, you're going to regret it. Or that weak-ass apology changes nothing. Your behavior after Monica's death was inexcusable. I have to choose one of these. She nods appreciatively.
Some backbone, that's good to see. You're right, I was out of line, and I won't question your competence again. Not in front of the others at least. But I won't lie, I still have concerns about you.
That's your prerogative, but don't forget who leads this team.
Don't worry, I won't.
She turns away.
You should go, fearless leader. I've got prep work to do for our next run, and you've got more important things to do than watch me pack my gear.
Yeah, I was like, alright. I could either straight up tell her, like, I don't give a shit what she has to say, or I could play the discipline card, and I played the discipline card. I think that will resonate well with Agate. Laura's expression remains distant, but her lips curl upward into a hint of a smile. And we made a robot girl smile, isn't that fun? I thought she was an emotionless machine. We're gonna crack that shell. Butchie Chance needs something. Any thoughts about the last run? No, nothing right now. Gotta crack some robots. You kind of started running the shadows much more than 5 years ago top, so what's with the vintage chrome? Or is it too soon? You can't just dangle an interesting dialogue option like that in front of me and not expect me to pick it. It's not a story I'm interested in telling out of context. If you really want to get into it, we need to go back, way back. I'm not sure you want to do that. You say that you'll give me answers when we talk about your past, so let's talk about it. But I can't remember if we did all of this or not. Damn. We did. Why do you care? Because I'm the leader of this team, and I need to know as much as I can about the runners who are working with me. Alright. This is a long story. Yeah, so we went through all this. I gotta try and remember my dialogue options. Please. Okay, so yeah. Parents worked as wage slaves for Ifmu. They lived in Stuttgart. I think she had like the abusive father thing. Hardline religious. Yeah. Prayer group. Heretics. Find a poor elf or dwarf, stomp the shit out of him and drown him in the Necker. Okay. Mum drinks a lot. I'm sorry, that sounds shit. Thanks. Well, life was normal, went to school, made friends, then turned 14, everything went to shit. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I gave her the third option. I think. Yeah, it was. I think it was good because it was like, okay, put a pin in that because like she's gone back into robot mode. We don't want to like force it. That would be bad. Thanks for understanding. Now let's get back to the job at hand. I mean, it's okay. It's a middling response. I'll take it. Finally, we're back where we left off. Seems a small group of well-armed assailants entered Das Kesselhaus Hotel earlier and cleaned house, so to speak. If you believe the tale, the controlling gang was eliminated down to the last man. Then the assailants strolled calmly out of the front door, leaving a rather interesting power vacuum for the residents of Dragonkeeper in their wake. Ansel fixes you with a hard stare. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Etiquette. Academic. They had it coming. If our actions altered the balance of power in Dragonkeeper, it was simply an example of the Flux in action. An interesting theory. The Flux does seek to depose those who overstep the bounds of their power. It is true. But I'm not convinced that the elimination of an entire gang was the only way in which a more egalitarian state of affairs could be reached. Well, Paul, it was. Because I tried talking to Frank, and Frank was an asshole, so we punched him and he died, and then it was all over from there. Nor am I convinced that this will be an improvement for the people of Dragonkeeper. Only time will tell. It's an autocracy. Sometimes the douche drug dealer needs to get capped, that's right. But enough of this. We have more pressing matters to discuss. Haha. Amsa's expression is harder than you've ever seen it before. When he speaks, his voice is grim.
Aga has told me of Green Winter's death. She said that he died in the same manner that Monica did.
Is that grim? I don't know if I should pull rank against Paul or not. He got a lot. He was in a black metal band like Diet Rich. That's good. Yeah. Speaking for the team is my job, not hers. Don't be too hard on her. The sight of Winter's body has shaken her to a considerable extent. She also mentioned that you found something in Winter's safe, a package full of very old discs. May I see them? Of course. Good God! Gingerly, Amsel lifts a disc from the bundle and holds it up to the light. Slowly, he begins to turn it in his hand, causing rainbow patterns to shimmer across its surface. I haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. This is a DVD rewritable, a data storage medium for the mid-2000s. I'm amazed that Winters was able to find a device that could play it. DVDs? Are we cavemen? Knuckle-dragging troglodytes of the highest order, or the lowest, thereabouts. Do you know that we can read these things? He puts down the DVD in his hands and quickly inspects the others. The first disc that I looked at might be readable. The others are damaged, some severely so. Must have got them from anywhere that sells pre-owned DVDs. I have my doubts about them. For now, let's concentrate on the undamaged disc. There's a little shop outside, the Data Haven. Talk to the proprietor, Mallet Hollier. She might be able to help. Tell her to put the cost of the device on my account. I'm on it. It's Dango time! Oh, delicious! Welcome in! Yay! Delicious. Yeah, I want those. I gotta make some. Ah! How? Delicious. Oh, God. Thanks, kid. I feel powerful. Thank you, Morbo, for redeeming Dango time. Hope you're having a good one. Talk to Mallet about playing back a DVD. Alright. I'm actually going to make cookies this week. Skewered Asian bowls. Actually, I'm a fan, especially when those bowls are takoyaki. I just ate fucking the world's biggest dango, Anomalina. Okay, fine, here we go. One more, okay. That's my... I'm getting good at the Minecraft sound, I think. Thank you. Delicious. Fill him with pork. Oh. Is this because of all the jokes I made about your sausage yesterday? Dango for sweetness, pork banned for manliness. That's right, man who never eats pork bun is never a whole man. Did it not play the sound effect? Excuse me, bitch? It's by Trigger Fire freaking out again. Hang on, let me go log into that. Oh, I mean, it worked for Dango. Did it play it and I just, like, tone it out now? Is that what's happened? I no longer hear it. Okay, right. I've hit that point. Oh, no. Oh, shit. I had... Oh, on Dragonfall. Don't do this to me. Oh. I'll enter. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think it just crashed. Ah! Please have saved. It's because I alt-tabbed and like, I don't know, it just gave up. I'm gonna have an actual Belvita biscuit while I... Okay. I have to do all that stuff again. I really wish the game would auto-save more often. Huh. Jug, schematic doctor, coffee gal, drone fixer, guy in shop, talk to everyone. I remember the dialogue options that I used. Guess you should Shadowrun. Oh. Oh. I wish I could Shadowrun faster than this. I'm so used to playing tactics where I have a handy speed up button in case of a cataclysmic non-auto-save event. Or a Kamasi. Oh! We've got the tentacles there. That's perfect, actually, while that happens. Let's see if I can get this done. This is how we win at tennis. I know. Oh wait, I said hi, but he can't hear me, of course. I changed my dialogue option. Well, you know, Altogo says if you do not spy her, will you know who's boss? Or something like that. I'm just a kid, what do I know? Intel's important, but that should be a lesson for when you're older, don't you think? Okay, same. Thanks, Mobo. I believe we're going to be playing some Evil Dead later. And I might just be doing a stream of it. That's probably be about 8 PM. A stream or a local recording? I'm not sure my swearing was minimal. Well, what I might do is, I did a YouTube one before. And I might do that again instead of streaming, just so I don't have to, like, be on Twitch. So what I do is I stream directly to YouTube as private, and then I just make the video live. Martin Yarl, thank you so much. He's gifted us 5 tier 1 subs. And who did they go to? Shani Hasio, Anomalina, the official Gibbs, I to the C to the E, and Major Ping. Pretty good spread overall, I would say. Uh-oh. I alt-tabbed again. Thank you, Niall. Very kind. When Niall can hear us, I can tell him all about how his dancer has changed the way I play Final Fantasy Tactics. Right. I have to get through this again. Yes, Pastry gave me some emotes for my birthday. So I added a couple of bocce ones. Excuse me. One? Yeah, you got bocce pork bun, bocce snack, I think it was called. and there's a bocce high, and there's a bocce party, and there's a new bocce snap. Pet him. We'll pet him again when we go outside. Back to Loki Doki. Okay, we'll slowly build that up, and then we'll do the glory stuff again. We talked to him about DVDs. We spent the first 40 minutes, 30 minutes of the stream doing the same stuff twice that we already did last time. Archer Cat. Great. Speaking for the team is my job. Here's the discs. You know you can read these things. On it. We're back where we were. Okay. Finally. One more thing. Okay. Welcome back. What can I do for you? I'm looking for something that can play back a DVD rewritable. Really, that is old tech. Very old, in fact. Just a moment, I'll go look. She turns to rummage through a bin of obsolete components at the back of her stall. Ah yes, here we are. The dwarf wrestles a mid-sized flat-screen display out of the bin. This display has old enough hookups to connect to a DVD player. RCA, you know. Vintage. Player itself, though, this I do not have. You may wish to try your luck down at the junkyard. There's a scavenger there, a primitive man with a crude disposition. If anyone here in the Quartz Bazaar can help you find your DVD player, he can, but he will almost certainly attempt to overcharge you for it. She takes a deep breath and smiles up at you. But you're not here for gossip. Shall we conclude our business? I could give you the display for, say, 200 new yen. Paul Ansel said to charge it to his account. Ah, very well. I'll have it packaged up and delivered to Her Amsel straight away. Best of luck finding your DVD reader. I wish you well. May I save the game? May I? And why not? Maybe I should spend some karma. Or maybe I should wait until, you know, I can save. Oh, team members. Sniper specialist. Blade specialist, because he sucks, and Razor specialist. Confirm. I believe that's what we did. Oh, I know that sound from Katamari Damacy. Now I can save. Oh, that's all I had to do. Right. Junkyard. We broke out of the time loop. That's right. We're back. We're back, baby! Try? Oh. The stout old man looks up from whatever old tech he's tinkering with to squint at you through thick old-fashioned glasses. He pushes them up with an oil-stained finger as he straightens up to nod at you. He speaks with a gruff but well-meaning tone, heavily accented with German tonality. Okay.
Guten Tag. What can I do for you?
You turn into a pirate immediately. Shit. Matt tells me you're the man to speak about DVDs.
That little shrew sent you my way, huh?
Trotty's smile broadens.
Well, wonders never cease. Well, introductions are in order, I suppose. Shorty Bachman at your service.
The old man raises a grimy hand in salute. Salute. Salute.
Need something salvaged, some old components, vielleicht. I'm indeed your man.
Wonderful. How about that DVD player? He's a sort of semi-Germanic pirate.
Well, let's see. I think I've got something that'll work for you.
Shwati rummages through the junk heaped on the table behind him. A few seconds later, he snatches a battered plastic lozenge shape from the pile. Lozenge.
Ah, here we go. An old Korean player that I dug up last week. 2010 model. A real beauty.
Shwati's smile broadens and he gives you a conspiratorial wink.
I fixed her up and got her running, but without any discs to read, I've mostly been using her as a paperweight.
Sounds like what I'm looking for. How much do you want for it? Shwati glances back at the DVD player, a rueful expression on his face.
Well, I'll admit I'm a little loath to part with her. There'll be plenty of folks out there who'd really appreciate an older player such as this, and I don't know what your intentions are for it. I suppose given the time and trouble I took putting her back together, that I'd be willing to part with her for, say...
Shwati's eyes dart over your gear, a calculated expression on his face.
About 500 million.
Strength 4, just punch him and take it. I could buy a new Trivid player for that. I'm short on cash right now. Could I offer you something in trade? Just take the money. Shwati blinks a bit with surprise, but his beard betrays no movement in his face.
You just... Alright there, friend.
Yeah, don't care, mate. I got money for days. He picks up the ancient device from the table gingerly and passes it into your hands. The plastic is scuffed and worn and it rattles a bit when you move it.
Hell of a deal. Anyway, I'm happy knowing that she's gonna see some use again. Give her some good use, okay?
How poor am I now? I mean, I was gonna spend all that money on mech, and then I realized I can't get any fucking chrome. So now I'm just like... holding all this money. Dog. I also, there we go. 1,600. Yeah, that's plenty. I don't need much more than that.
Turn to Paul with the goods.
Alright, Paul handstand, what do we got? It seems that Amstel has assembled the team in your absence. They stand in a group around the old display that you had Mallet deliver. On their faces you can see excitement and apprehension, curiosity and dread. There may be some minor bits of cybernetics that don't cost essence if I recall. Yeah, stuff like eyeballs maybe. I don't know. Watch your chance, have you procured a DVD reader? I have it, it's right here. Good, this should only take me a moment. Amstel disappeared behind the ancient display. After a few minutes of fiddling with his battered inputs, he reappears, a satisfied look on his face. Everything appears to be functional. The disc should be ready to play.
Well, that cute is in suspense. Start the damn thing already.
Bocce-chance went to the trouble of fetching everything. Let her do the honors. Amstel steps back, clearing a path for you to access the antique machine. I'm just paranoid now. A soft whirring sound fills the air as the ancient DVD player spins the disc up to speed. The scratched LCD display comes to life and a menu fills the screen. Oh boy. The screen goes black and a cheerful digital chiming sound spills out of the display speakers. Bong! A crackle of static fills the air, coupled with a shrill electronic whine. After a few moments, the display goes live, and a disheveled-looking man appears on the screen. His eyes glitter with excitement. The timestamp on the screen is 2034-09-15. The 15th of September.
Adrian Vauclair.
Okay, what does this guy sound like? He said Hermie, and I immediately went to Kermie.
Hermie, I think we found her after all this time. Führerschwinge. I knew that she wasn't dead. His speech is jittery. You can hear the urgency in his voice. She survived the Dragonfall, just as I've always said. I knew it, and I was right.
The screen explodes into static, and the electronic whine in the background sharpens into a needle-like pulse of high-pitched sound. Somewhere in the background, Dante lets out a low whimper. The screen clears, and the excited face is closer to the screen than it was before. The words spill out of him in a breathless tide.
Taking a team into the socks to retrieve her. The radiation be damned. But we will take appropriate precautions, of course, but we must go. Hermie, I think the body may be nearby as well. Somehow she has survived for all this time.
Can't talk today. The screen explodes into static again, then clears. The figure flickers across the screen.
May not be back for some time. Look after Mom, okay? I worry about her. And Hermie, stay safe out there. I know that things are heating up in Berlin, and I know you. Student protest, civil uprising, you'll be in the middle of it, I'm sure. Just stay safe, alright? And I'll do my best to do the same. I don't know what's going to happen when I step into the socks.
Well, usually your feet get warm. Hey.
But I do know one thing. If the fire wing is still a danger, I will put an end to her, once and for all.
The display goes black, and the background whine fades away. A moment later you find yourself deposited back at the menu screen. The screen goes black for a moment, then a figure appears on the screen. Your late client, Green Winters. His elbow is planted on the table that he's seated at, and his chin rests upon his palm. The other hand is wrapped around a bottle of cheap whiskey. The timestamp on this video is 2053, much later. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Found the message Adrian left me all those years ago. Got it cleaned up as best I could. Strange hearing his voice again.
He pauses to take a long pull on the bottle.
It's good to hear him, even if he did insist on calling me Hermie. Dr. Adrian Vauclair, the hero of the people, the Dragon Slayer, my brother.
He grimaces and rubs his eyes.
Hard to believe it's been almost 20 years, and we're from two different parts of the world. Alright, so I'm going to start recording these DVDs again. For me, for Adrian, for whoever might wind up watching them.
I have the thing for this.
Every time I do... Oh, wait, hang on a minute.
We should do a bit, right? We do a bit?
Every time I do this, it winds up feeling like a waste of time. But I keep doing it anyway, on the off chance that I'll find something important. If I stumble into the clue that leads me to me brother, I know that I'm gonna want it on film. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, after all. No sense in quitting now. Christ, 20 years! All this time and still, no leads. Even with all of my contacts and my resources.
He takes another long swallow of cheap liqueur.
Even with me legendary bullheadedness, I've made no progress at all. I haven't turned up a single goddamn thing. Want to hear something funny? The closest I've gotten to a clue was a rumour. Apparently a team emerged from the socks a while back.
Nobody's clear on the date.
But I get...
What's that funny to me?
And get this.
He leans into the camera and gives a conspiratorial wink.
Supposedly, they vanished without a trace.
He appends the bottle, drains it, slams it back down to the table. His eyes are rimmed with red.
Not much of a rumour, considering I already know that you're gone, big brother. I live with that every day.
There you go, that was a Elvis. Elvis Winters. He could do with stepping into the socks, but people just emerged from the socks. So what do we do? It's too warm for socks. There is a grinding sound from the DVD tray and Green Winter's image appears on screen. There is an eager look on his face. The timestamp on the video reads 2054 1012.
Stumbled upon this archival footage of Furshwinger's original attack, months before the Dragonfall. Easy to forget how devastating it was. Adrian saved a lot of people by bringing her down. I've got the footage all queued up to play, starting it now. Additional comments to follow. It's like the Peach Girl movie review. He's gonna do the whole thing. The slow whir of the DVD player shifts to a high-pitched whine. A distorted wavering image blooms into being on the screen. Is it Momo? A timestamp in the upper right corner of the screen marks the date, July 6, 2012. It's difficult to make out what you're seeing at first. Oh, this is a high-quality DVD. The scene is dark and smoky, and the telltale flashes of emergency vehicle lights flicker on the periphery of the screen. The camera pushes in, and you can make out two figures standing in a ruined landscape. All at once, the sound cuts in. Again, for those of you just joining us, we are coming to you live from Stolberg. A few hours ago, the Dragonfall launched an unprovoked attack on this sleepy, hearts-maddened town. And you can see the results behind me. Fire, ashes, and blood. We are joined tonight by a survivor of this latest and most horrifying attack. The reporter turns to a pale man standing behind him. Sir, I understand that you've been through a terrible ordeal. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us tonight. The survivor. The camera switches focus to a middle-aged man with a haunted look in his eyes. He stammers out a reply. Yes, of course. If you could, sir, could you please tell the people at home about your experience of the attack? It was horrible. Just pure chaos. So many people are dead. People I knew, roasted alive, or trampled to death trying to escape. My own house was burned to the ground during the attack. My family, we have nothing now. You all made it through the attack, though. Your wife, your kids? Yeah, we all made it, thank God. We rode out the attack in a small shelter. Me, my wife, and our two daughters. The shelter, it protected us, but the heat was just unbearable. We couldn't have stayed in there much longer than we did. How long were you held up in there? 3, maybe 4 hours, I don't know. We just stayed inside until the heat died down and the screaming stopped. And what happened after that? When it was over, you know, when the air cooled down. The reporter nods and the man continues. We stepped outside. There was nothing left, just smouldering wreckage, and this dense cloud of black oily smoke, and the stench in the air. God, that smell. It smelled like roasting meat. In a can. Sorry, but that, what the fuck? You posted those cans of meat soda. Is that real? There's a long pause. From the tortured look on his face, you can tell the man is struggling to decide whether or not to continue speaking. Eventually he does. Yes, Meat Seltzer by Oscar Mayer. Well, girls, they found what was left of their nanny outside. Her body, what was left of it, was slumped against the shelter door. I keep telling myself that I couldn't hear her pounding to get in, but that isn't true. I could. I just couldn't bring myself to open the door. I couldn't risk my family like that. Not for her. Not for anyone. We have to reboot the Matrix. Wait, I believe it was not real, but if ham and cheese meat seltzer was real, we'd have to reboot the Matrix. Indeed. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to speak with us. Yeah. You heard it here. An absolutely chilling account of tonight's attack. Again, the town of Stolberg has been reduced to ash, another victim of the Fire Wing. Stay with us for more up-to-the-minute reporting on Furchfinger's reign of terror. Green Winter's face reappears on the screen. Okay, it's time for a new approach. Adrian's a complete dead end. That much is pretty clear by now, so I'm gonna do some digging on Furchfinger instead. Let's see where this goes. The screen abruptly goes black as video cuts off. A few moments later, you find yourself returned to the menu screen. Have a sippy, and then play track 4. The DVD player ramps up to speed, filling the air with a shrill worrying sound. Green Winter's image appears on the screen. The timestamp is 2054-1031. Well, that was a bust. Little progress on Furchfinger either. He shakes his head. I don't know, it's weird. The information is there, it's just wrong somehow. It's too well laid out, too simple. Real life is messy, and this just feels a little too neat. That's not the only thing that's nagging at me. I'm getting that tingly feeling all up and down my back of my neck again. It feels like I'm being tracked. I'm no Matrix hotshot like Clockwork or Schaefer, but I'm good enough to know when someone's on me scent. Gotta install some new security measures. Can't be too careful. Winter's image disappears, the display goes black. A few seconds later, the main menu returns.
Display goes back for a moment, then the face of Green Winters winks onto the screen. He is seated at a computer. Off to his left, an enormous monitor fills the screen. His voice carries on edge of panic. The timestamp is 11:09. Okay.
Christ, I'm getting too close to something. There's a trail of bodies, and there've been disappearances. Gearbox, Marcian, Peregrine, they've all just disappeared within the past few years. Gearbox just went AWOL yesterday. And they were all making the same sorts of inquiries about the firewing that I've been. There were ghost stories spreading about the Decker community, stories about Deckers disappearing, and then showing up again later, but wrong somehow. Scary stuff, and I'm starting to think that it's true.
Blitz leans in to whisper to you. I don't remember what Blitz sounded like.
I know the stories he's talking about, Chief. Never really put much stock in them, not until now.
Gearbox went AWOL. I like Borderlands games. I do too. If just Randy Pitchford went AWOL, I think we'd be okay with that.
Could these rumours be related to what's happening here? Am I being paranoid?
He pauses for a moment, as if seriously considering the question. Then he shakes his head and slams his fist on the table.
No, I don't think so. Something big is happening here, and I'm right in the middle of it.
Hager cuts in.
That's a bit of a leap.
One other thing, Tolstoy told me a story about a kill team that might be related to all of this. Apparently a Decker named Hellbore posted a theory about Führerschwinger to the Shadowrun BBS about 5 years ago. About an hour later, a mil-spec team showed up in Meatspace and cooked her entire apartment with her in it.
Well,
if what Tolstoy told me was true, Hellbore live posted the event. She described her killer, this great big orc with skin grafts. Then the whole thread disappeared, gone without a trace.
Leap, Argalov. Sounds like he's on the right track to me.
Igar holds a silence, but concedes the point with a small nod. On the screen, Winters pauses. He looks like he's working up to something. Finally, he speaks.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This has got to be Führerschwinger. All of it. Adrian was right about her. She's still alive and she's out of the socks.
Oh no! She's gonna have cold toes. She's covering her tracks, working the shadows, prepared to rise again.
And that means that I have to find you, Adrian, for everyone's sake.
We've got to find Adrian Brody.
Thankfully, I've got a lead. For the first time in 2 decades, I've got a solid goddamn lead. I've backtracked all of the Matrix nodes that Hellbore was looking into, back before she got cooked. Whoever's been purging the Matrix didn't think about that, and I found that she'd turned up.
Winters stabs a few keys on his keyboard, and an image expands to fill the screen of his monitor, a satellite photo of a rural landscape annotated with GPS data.
A set of map coordinates. So now I've got a target, a place to start digging. The Harfield Manor, conveniently located on an isolated stretch of countryside, miles away from prying eyes. Matrix records indicate that some sort of data vault exists beneath the estate, so that's what I need to get into.
And this is where we came in. As if on cue, a familiar image winks onto the monitor to Winter's left. Monica.
I think I'm going to tap Schaefer for this job. She's got the skills to bypass whatever security they're running out there, and she's gullible enough to take the job in the first place. I'll feed her some line about Flux State security, and she'll eat it up with a spoon. I warned her. I warned her.
He's mad. On the display, Winter's mouth parts into a broad grin.
Time to put plans into motion. By this time tomorrow night I should have the information that I need, and on the off chance that Schaefer gets taken out, well, that'll tell me something too. Can't make an omelette and all that. Until then.
Winter's image disappears, display goes black, and a few seconds later the main menu returns. Final track. Oh, a lot of DVD. When you play the 6th track, a small window appears. You recognize the scene in the window. You are looking at the tattered drapes and nicotine-stained wallpaper of Winter's hotel room at Das Kettle House. 2054-1110. There is a blur of motion, and the haggard form of Green Winters lumbers into frame.
Suspicions confirmed. Schaefer dead. Christ.
Winters reached a shaking hand off camera. A moment later it returns clutching a cheap plastic drinking glass. He gulps something down, wipes his mouth with the back of his hand and takes a deep breath.
Okay. Back up, slow down. Start from the beginning.
Winters closes his eyes and makes a visible effort to calm himself. When he speaks again, his voice is steady.
Got the call from my contact in the Coates Bazaar. Schaefer killed on the estate run. Matrix security at the estate cooked her brain. Considering Schaefer's skill and experience, on-site IT must have been extreme, even by Berlin standards. Security of that kind costs money. Real money. Given the the evidence uncovered so far, corporate involvement unlikely. The connection to the fire wing is too strong. So, let's come right out and say it. The dragon is what we're dealing with here. And the smart money says that she's coming for me next. Well, I won't go down without a fight. I've still got my contacts, still got my connections. And the flux state can be a hell of a weapon for the man who knows how to manipulate it. Winters takes another long pull from his glass, grimaces, and swallows. Time for me to make my play. Ghost stories a no. Missing deck is a no. I've got to jack into the matrix and start pulling strings. The countermeasures that I installed earlier should be more than enough to keep me safe for the 20 minutes I'll be in there. Winters drains the rest of his glass, then tosses it back over his shoulder. A moment later you hear the dull clattering sound of hard plastic on linoleum. Schaefer's death was tragic. She was a staunch supporter of the estate. But still, all things considered. Winters fishes for something off screen. A moment later, his hand reappears clutching a data jack cable. Better her than me. He plugs the cable into his head and the screen cuts to static. Jack into Matrix, aye. I tell you what, you ever gone down Matrix, like, get fish and chips out. Dead good, don't even have to leave your house. As your finger nears the eject button, the black screen cuts over a static. A moment later, Green Winter's haggard face appears. If you're watching this, then I guess they caught up to me. They'll be after you too now. Blitz whispers it into your ear again, more harshly this time. Who the odd the hell is this? Why didn't you warn me about this before I came here? Hey everyone, Blitz is scared. We didn't know, not exactly. Not exactly. I don't come here to get haunted by a dragon. I'm not even part of this. Have to be creamed rice. You are now, whether you like it or not, so quiet down and stop bothering her. Whoever you are, whatever you think you're after, you need to find Dr. Adrian Vauclair. Not because he's me brother, because if Fewishfinger is rising again, he's the only one who can stop her. You've seen what happens to people who get too close to this. I'm dead, and dozens of others have died. You'll be next unless you can find Adrian. The screen cuts back to static. The message is over. The DVD tray slides out of the reader. Oh, that's a DVD noise. Wasn't very good. Now, you can't just believe in the same, mate. They're nothing but the undercrackers. All Amstel. The room goes quiet as everyone struggles to process what you've just seen on the DVD. Finally, Dietrich breaks the silence. The dragon? Son of a bitch. Green Winters sent us out against the dragon. The fire wing. Amsel's voice is thick with dread. She lives. I'm really starting to regret the fact that I didn't just stay at the hotel. Aeger ignores him. Wait a second. We don't know for certain. Dietrich lays a hand on Aeger's shoulder. Evidence seemed pretty convincing to me, love. I'll even take it a step further. I think that a secret facility that we stumbled into was her lair. The room falls silent. Aeger and Gloria exchange glances. After a moment, Dietrich continues. Just think about it. The decadent Winters got those coordinates from was posted about Fewishfinger. Then she was killed by that same Mortish bastard that attacked us after Monica died. There's a direct link between the dragon, the Scarred Oak, and the Arfield Manor. The stream sounds like the Harry and Field show. It's all I can think of. And then Winters was killed by the same thing. Oh wait, no, that's not him, is it? And then Winters was killed by the same thing that killed Monica. I'll have to get Tim Nice but Dim in here somewhere. Well, exactly. Yes. My gut tells me that dragon's down there, Botchy Chance, someplace far beneath the surface. I think that we knocked on the door to her lair without even knowing it, and I think that, given what we've seen, the dragon will do whatever it takes to keep us quiet about it. Okay, going on the assumption that there is a dragon, and that she will come after us, what do you propose that we do about it? We could go back there, kick in the door and kill the dragon, or we could find Vauclair. Let's go find Vauclair. Yes, Botchy Chance is right. Finding Dr. Vauclair should be our priority. If we're going up against a dragon, we need to find ourselves a dragon slayer. Winter spent 20 years searching for Vauclair, and it got him nowhere. How do you propose that we find him? With the help of an information broker. I'll go talk to Altug then. For this? No. While Herr Bugazzi is very capable, a task of this magnitude is beyond him. We need to make contact with the premier information broker in Berlin. We need to talk to Alice. Alice? Who the fuck is Alice? Alice, best of luck, and I hope that you're rich. For this, rich enough, even if only just. Who is this Alice? A most prominent figure. Somewhere Pacey's blood pressure shoots up. Oh no, it's not Resident Evil Alice. A most prominent figure in Berlin's shadow community, ex-Schockwellenreiter. She provides information retrieval services for the F-State. Amsel turns to the computer console behind him and runs his fingers over a virtual keyboard. The machine begins to hum. If Winters was right, if Vauclair is still alive, she can help us find him. The console spits out a stick of black plastic. Amsel plucks it from the computer and hands it to you. Here, your key to speak with Alice. A cred stick. An encoded cred stick, yes. 10,000 nuyen. Alice will not show her face for less. This represents the last of my personal savings, Botchitans. Make this meeting count. 10,000 yuan just to talk to her? Her standard fee. Alice is in a position to ask it, and we're in no position to argue. Just like I said. What the fuck is Blitz? Who is he? Vaseline warrior. Just like I said. Why doesn't anyone listen to me? Where do I need to go? Take the U-Bahn to the Alstadt Spandau. There you will find a connecting tube that the locals refer to as the rabbit hole. You will find a method of contacting Alice there. Don't call it that in front of her, though. Word on the street is that she hates it. Please hurry. While you're out, I will work on acquiring new contracts for the team. Alice is the best there is at what she does, and her services carry a price tag to match. Squatter's naughty. Oh. Right. That was dialogue. That was lots of dialogue forever. But I think it's almost time for some action. But first, let's spend some points. The chance to hit with Conjuring. I don't really have any of that. But our base stats are very nice. To have. How do I get... Oh, I have to increase this. There we go. Let's go, team! Nested skill trees. Ugh. Spending points arbitrarily on things you don't even want. Did I go shopping? I've got some stuff. I've got some jazz. I need to figure out... I'm just going to use the stuff I've got. It's fine. Should I buy some healing stuff? Oh, the wizard armor. Wizard. I did indeed buy the wizard armor. Hey, kid. Nothing else? Okay. I think I bought the wizard armor and a spell.
I was trying to read her aura as well. I tried that and she was like, yeah, don't do that again. I went, okay, sorry. Now then, apprentice outfit, stun bolt. Yeah, that was it. Magic. And then I think what I wanted to do was put some stuff in storage and then grab a couple med kits. Med kits from the Doctor Man. Charging all over town.
I need medical supplies.
All right. That's right, just a couple. And then I suppose while I'm here, let's check cyberware and see if there's anything we can get that's ineffectual. Well, we can't afford anything now. Never mind. Don't forget to tip the dancer on the way out. Here's some bucks. There we go. Center your stash. The only active console in this derelict span of viewbound platform is an old video arcade machine. The CRT monitor center of the machine's cabinet glows invitingly. Cheerful, pixelated graphics swirl and dance on the screen. At the base of the controller panel, you find a cleverly hidden input port. The port is shrouded in black plastic and it appears to be the approximate shape of a typical cred stick. Internal monitors grip the cred stick and pull it into the machine. Motors grip the cred stick and pull it into the machine. It disappears into the port and the screen goes black. Moments later, a video image fills the screen. The picture is dark and grainy, a far cry from the bright, colourful sprites that previously inhabited the display. On the screen is a dimly lit office. The place looks like it was pulled straight from an odd detective movie, from the Venetian blinds on the windows to the great swathes of shadow that paint the walls black. Hello, both of you, welcome in. Centre stage, sitting behind a large mahogany desk, is the silhouette of an impressive-looking woman in a charcoal-grey suit. The tip of a cigarette glows cherry red in the shadows. She leans forward into the light and you catch your first glimpse of Alice. Wait, we didn't see the fucking glowing bright blue hair in the shadows, I guess? Her face is all hard planes and sculpted angles, with high cheekbones and almond eyes. Her lips are painted a frigid blue, and the look in her eyes is even colder. A head of lustrous black hair is interspersed with flowing streams of cyan light. Alice exhales a plume of smoke, then tips her cigarette into a nearby ashtray. She fixes her eyes on you, and her lips curl into a humorless smile. We're on your dime, friend. Tell me what you're looking for. I need to find someone for me. I need you to find someone for me, Dr. Adrian Vauclair. She raises an eyebrow. The Dragon Slayer. Interesting. He's been missing for a long time. Yes, he has. The question is, can you find him? She looks you in the eye, and the smile disappears. Her voice is all business. If he's out there somewhere, I'll find him for you. He could be living under an assumed name in California Free State, and I'd still track him down. And if he's not alive, I'll tell you where you can find his corpse. Alright, I'm satisfied. Let's talk about the job. Alice steeples her fingers. Alright, now here's how this is going to work. When you give me the go-ahead, I'm going to start gathering information for you. Once I've finished, you're going to bring me a cred stick encoded with an encryption key I'll provide you. That cred stick will have 50,000 nuyen on it. When I get my cred stick, you get your information. This is the deal. Take it or leave it. Price gouging, huh? For a neo-anarchist, you behave an awful lot like an old world profiteer. Information is expensive. Do you know what kind of money they buy? Apparently I know better than you do, sport. Do you know how much work it takes to find a digital ghost? There's going to be wet work, breaking into government archives. Hell, I might even have to commission an expedition into the socks. Oh! Put your socks on. This is a serious undertaking, friend. 50,000 to put your socks on. Do we have a deal or don't we? Alright, Alice. It's a deal. A socks petition. But remember, you say go and I go. From that point on, you're on the hook to pay me my fee. No turning back. No refunds. Are we square on this? I don't see what choice I have. I need that information. Good, I'll be in touch. The screen goes black. Moments later, the machine reboots. The colourful sprites that you saw when you first approached the arcade cabinet return. There's nothing more to see here. Alice is gone. It's gonna cost us! Alright, we have to go and steal some shit from that guy's manor again. Or knock over a bank or something. I suppose I'll just check Cammy's on the way back so she can be my, do I have new dialogue test. As you approach Liz, Blitz, he gives you an easy smile. Hey, Chief, what's up? Any thoughts about the last run? Well, Chief, I wasn't around for most of it. But you got me out of that hotel, and for that you've got my eternal thanks. Good. Make sure those thanks are worth 50,000. Diet Rich! I think everyone's all spent on their dialogue, aren't they? Is that the Paradox logo there? That's pretty nice. Batty Chance, did you make contact with Alice? Yes, I did. She accepted your payment and I ordered the search for the information we need. Very good. I can't imagine that this will be cheap. What was ours to start at stated price? Right on that count, 50,000 nuyen. He shrugs. It is about as I had expected. Thankfully, we are prepared for this. I have established contact with a number of new clients. You can find information on the jobs logged on your mission computer. One jobs file is on there already. While you're working to earn Alice's fee, I will continue to dig for clues about Furious Finger. If she is in fact roosting under the Harfield Manor, then there must be some evidence to support that fact. A dragon is a large thing to hide after all. Careful, Paul. Remember what happened to Monica. I will never forget. Don't worry, Bocce-chance. I'm going to conduct my investigation the old-fashioned way, through context and deduction and careful observation. I will not jack into the Matrix until this entire story episode is finished. Oh, sorry, episode is finished. That's probably wise. I was like, oh, what, the expansion? Oh, okay. Speaking of doing things the old-fashioned way, Marlitt is working to recover information off those other DVDs. It was a painstaking process, and it will not be quick, but she is optimistic that she will be successful in time. Finally, I've been checking up on our friend, the orc with the skin grafts. I haven't heard anything back yet, but I'll keep you appraised as the situation develops. Sounds good, Paul. I'll go check up on those jobs. One last thing before you go, Bocce-chance. Samuel Beckenbauer wanted me to pass a message to you. Do you know him? The orc who runs the shelter across the way? Yeah, we've met. Ah, well, he has a job for you. He wouldn't discuss it with me, but he promised that it would prove worth your time. Samuel Beckenbauer has a job for us. I need to pour a drink. So I'm gonna go do that. I shall return very, very shortly. With sippies. I'm really hungry. I might have to end my stream. Oh shit, I need to do that. Peach Girl is at 3 PM. I might have to end about 2:30 or something to sort some food out before that. That gives us another hour. Or so. Samuel. Hello again, mein Freundin. What can I do for you? I heard you wanted to talk about a job. Yes, I do. Thank you for coming so promptly. He takes a deep breath, slowly releases it, and looks you in the eye. Tell me, what do you know about the Humanus Poly Club? There are not a lot. I don't pay much attention to politics. Does Bocce, like, I'm speaking for myself here, I don't know what they are. Oh no. Would she know? No, she wouldn't know shit. Humanus may call itself a poly club, but its goals are anything but political. The organization's true objective is to spread fear and hatred of the metahuman races. Humanus's bloody rhetoric helped to instigate the Night of Rage. Night of Rage? A worldwide race riot that took place in February of 2039. Thousands of innocent metahumans were attacked, beaten, and killed. Women and children were corralled into warehouses for protection, and then burned alive when the structures were put to the torch. This is what Humanus stands for. This is the agenda that its leaders strive to advance. They will not be satisfied until all metahumans everywhere are driven from the face of the earth. Disgusting. And this job of yours has something to do with Humanus? He nods. Yesterday I overheard one of my assistants talking on his comm. He was yelling, clearly agitated. I questioned him and he confided in me. What he told me made my blood run cold. Let me guess where this is going. What did he tell you? His brother Tuck works for a smuggling operation based in Shatternest. Apparently these smugglers have accepted a contract from Volker Stahl. Stahl is a vicious ideologue and the leader of the Berlin chapter of Humanus.
The cargo of the smugglers are there. The cargo that the smugglers are delivering includes a large quantity of an extremely hazardous chemical agent. Naturally, this fills me with unease. Whatever Stahl has planned, it can't be good for us. I want you to infiltrate the smuggling operation that is delivering the shipment. Once you arrive at the Humanist compound, you will find out what they're planning to do with the chemical and put a stop to it. Wouldn't it be easy to just hijack the shipment? Why allow it to get to Humanist at all? He shakes his head. No, stopping the shipment would not stop Humanist. They would merely acquire another. For a pack of snarling racists, they are extremely well funded. Let's talk compensation. What does it pay? I have contacted sister organizations across Berlin and taken up a collection. Between us, we have raised 22,000 new yen as a payment. I trust that this will be sufficient. I love this socialite wall where she's like, you non-profits keep money to yourselves. You could do a bit more than that. Yeah. Get a little bit more. Come on, from behind the couch, maybe. I'll do it. Excellent, I am relieved. I will make the arrangements for your meeting with the smugglers. Their leader is an elf who calls himself Maxim. Take the U-Bahn to Schattennest and you will find him waiting there. Best of luck to you, Bocce Chance, and good hunting. Know that you are doing a great thing for the metahumans of Berlin. Your efforts will not go unrecognized. Yeah, I'll kill a bunch of racists. Why not? I guess. I see you've met the British government, right? I was gonna make the joke, but you did it for me. Glorious. Where everyone's on the same page. Mission computer. Claim payment. 500. Commissioning your services. We would like to arrange a meeting between you and one of our representatives. You will find him at the cafe nearby. His name is Luca Dewar. He'll be expecting you. Come alone. Here you will find a complete transcript of my conversation with Herr Fuchs. Does he? A potential client. The job seems to be relatively straightforward and the payout is reasonable. One word of caution before you proceed. There are aspects of this run that you might find morally troubling. You be sure to really understand the specifics of the job before accepting. If you do accept, you will be expected to carry out the requirements of the job in full. After reading the transcript, you may choose whether or not to accept the job. If you respond in the alternative, yes, I'm still laughing at Herr Fuchs. I'm a child. If you respond to the affirmative, our client will be notified and I will make all necessary preparations for the run. Herr Amsel? Yes, I'm here. To whom am I speaking? You may call me Herr Fuchs. Very well. Please describe the work that you would like to have done. Straight to the point. I like that very well. I'd like to retain your team's services to clean up a mess. Go on. My employers dispatched a team of operatives to conduct a quiet operation at a local sharing pharma AG lab. Unfortunately, they botched the job. The team was eliminated, but we have reliable information that one of the operatives have been taken captive. If this rogue agent were to spill information leading back to my employers, it could lead to a corporate war. A great many lives could be lost. My employers would like nothing more than to prevent such a tragic turn of events. I see. You wish to retain my team's services to tie up loose ends. Exactly. The captive operative is a rigger by the name of Thorvald Enstad. We need him neutralized before he can inform on us to his captors. As Enstad and his team have already put the facility on high alert, stealth will not be an option. Your team will need to shoot its way in, eliminate Enstad, and exit the facility. A straightforward enough task and well within my team's capabilities. What are you offering in terms of pay? 15,000. This offer is non-negotiable. Very well, I will pass the offer on to my team. Very good. Good day, Herr Amsel. Yeah, I'll take it. I'm gonna go get that third job from the cafe. And then we should have... Oh, we got 22, 15, 37. Another 13,000 yen. I like this. I feel like we're sort of underground section 9. But if they were like non-government sponsored. Free end of a rise. I'm told you've been quite busy of late, O Wanderer of the Shadows. My street rats tell me that business is picking up. Is that the woman who has taken over for Monica Burgazzi? Who does it look like, your rotundity, the Pope from the Vatican? Give her a soykov, a big one, put it on my account. I like the cut of a jib. A Lord Soykov, my, you are the generous one, Goldschmidt. Are you sure you could afford such a gesture? The fat man frowns. And a scone. I was gonna say and a scone as well. Nothing is too good for her. As you desire, O ample one. The man is a moron, but he eats his weight in baklava and pastries, so who am I to care? Alright, fair enough. I got a free coffee and a crepe or whatever. Hey, buddy. Oh. Wasn't expecting a beat poet. So, you are Butchie Chansey, the late Monica Schaefer's replacement. He's French now. He looks so up and down and then nods. Good, you look the part. Let me get right to business. My organization would like to retain your services for the indefinite future. But at first, we're asking you to go on a trial run. An audition of sorts, to prove that you are the right woman for the job. Assuming that you complete this trial to our satisfaction, I will then offer you a variety of simple tasks. All of these should be achievable in the course of your everyday business. You won't need to go out of your way to expose yourself to much unnecessary risk. For each task that you complete, you will be rewarded handsomely, and there will be a bonus if you finish them all. Have I piqued your interest? Will you accept my offer? Okay. What does this audition pay? I can offer you 1,500 new yen, but only if you complete the full audition, the run, and post-run interview to our satisfaction. If you fail to perform up to our expectations, you will receive no pay and no further offers of work. That isn't much. It's an audition. The purpose of this trial is for you to prove your worth to us, not the other way around. Very well. Of course, you're free to decline if you wish, but know that there are hundreds of runners in Berlin who would kill for the opportunity to work for us. We came to you because we think that we see a glimmer of potential. If you prove us wrong, we will happily take our offer elsewhere. Sure. Good. Very good. Don't ask questions, we'll get more money. Now on to the task at hand. There is a man named Al-Ashir. He is a senior manager at Hermes Eurocom and a respected figure in his community. My organization also suspects him of working with pro-corporate extremists. These people are actively working to undermine the Flux state and pave the way for a corporate-controlled Berlin. My organization has no more desire to see Berlin fall through their corporations than you do, however we are hesitant to act on our suspicions without proof. This is where you come in. Want me to beat the proof out of him? I like your initiative, but no, nothing so crude as that. You will meet with a team that I have arranged for you, and with our assistance, you will plant surveillance devices in his apartment. Take the U-Bahn to Frankfurt at Tor and go alone. The rest of your team will meet you there. Alright. Hang on a second, I already have a team. You do, yes, but they are unsuitable for this job. Remember, this is a test of your abilities, not Ager's or Glory's or Dietrich's. How do you know their names? The same way that I knew yours. You will complete this trial with the team that I have assembled or not at all. It is important for us to know that you are willing to work within these limitations. So, Will you work within the boundaries that I have described? Or will you turn down an opportunity that your fellow runners would kill for? This is proper sketchy, but I need the money. Very good. The moment that you board the train to Frankfurt to Thor, your test will begin. I would advise you to bring what you need in terms of medical supplies and ordnance. Once you embark on your trial run, there will be no turning back. Hiccup. After you have planted the device and verified that they work, come back to me. There will be a brief interview, a post-mortem on the run if you like, and assuming that I am satisfied with what I hear, I will pay you your first stipend. Then we will discuss our future options. Best of luck, Botty Chance. We will be watching. I'll fleece him for a little bit. Till he becomes a problem. Cammy, what can you get me on those people? Oh, nothing? Okay. Don't forget to tip the dancer. I can't. Wait, who are you?
Hey buddy, sorry to bother you, but I could use some help over here. You want to make a little extra scratch? Shouldn't take long.
Sure, what's the problem?
So me and my buddy Victor got called in from the next kids over. Something's wrong with the sewers around here. Your local plumbers and mechanics are all useless. Vic and I talked to him, tried to get him to give us the maintenance schedule for your sewer pumps. They just scratched their heads at us, said the machinery down there just took care of itself. My best guess is that your pumps have shut down. Happens from time to time without proper maintenance. When the pumps shut down, the waste starts piling up and it causes some pretty major overflow problems downstream.
What do you want me to do about it?
Well, Victor went down to the sewer while I was getting stuff out of the truck. When I came back, well, I was about to climb down there, but I heard these awful screams. They just went on and on, then they just stopped. I froze up, nearly shit myself to be honest. I don't know what to do, but I can't go down there, not after that. The problem is probably something basic, a clog that needs to be cleared, something like that. Restarting the pumps should take care of it, but no goddamn way am I going in there. If you do the job for me, I'll give you a new unit we were paid for it. I don't need it. You can have it all. I can live without the money, but someone's gotta fix those pumps before I can leave.
How many new we're talking about here?
500. For a job this quick, it's good money.
Fine, I'll do it. That should be fun.
You're a lifesaver, chumma. If you find Victor, well, if he's still alive down there, tell him I'm sorry.
Assemble the team and headed. Team, we gotta go and solve a sewage problem. Wait. Oh, we can hire all these people. I forgot about Lucky Strike. Who are you? Blind Eagle Shaman and Mistress of the Spiked Fist. Expert drone pilot and rifle specialist who prefers to stay out of the thick of it. Highly focused Decker and Crackshot thanks to a steady supply of hyper. Magically enhanced sword-wielding Ronin who loves a good 3-piece suit. Yeah, this is for one run, I figured, but why would I hire them when I've got my own guys? What purpose? I mean, they're pretty strong. If you want a highly specific composition. No. Okay. All katanas all day. Yeah, I mean, I would rather my team comes with me. Not you. Oh shit, yeah, can I take 4? I like my OG team. I don't think I want anyone else. I feel like it's a good idea to get experience with them. I hope this doesn't kill us. A ghostly labyrinth of tunnels and dead-end passageways makes up the network of sewers beneath the Kurtz Bazaar. You climb down the ladder into the shallow underworld and reel at the wave of foul smells that washes over you, clogging your sinuses and saturating your clothing. It's like when I worked in the shop. As your eyes adjust to the light, you find yourself standing at the edge of a narrow channel of murky grey-green water. A rush of churning water echoes down the tunnel. You catch a flash of motion in your peripheral vision. Something man-sized, moving fast, flitting across the far end of the tunnel. You strain your eyes to see it, but to no avail. The thing, whatever it is gone.
I need to get rid of this, because it's annoying that it highlights it. it just bugs me. Next, Glory. No, you've got heals all day, and you're super strong. Egger, you're fine, but you know what? You can have... Accuracy is increased. Glory is good, and Diet Rich. I feel like Diet Rich could use all the drugs he can get. Quickness. Yeah. Give him like a shitload of AP so he can give other people a shitload of AP. Yeah, I like that. Way to go. We're about to get tore up. I guess it's not a cyberpunk game without a good, slightly over-the-top, futuristic sewer. Alright. Pump 1 has stopped. South turbine water flow has failed. The south turbine has been deactivated. Steady water flow has stopped. The pump is operational but not receiving full water flow from the south turbine. Okay. Pump operation has been rerouted to the facility's central control system. So we need to fix the south pump, which I guess is this one, which is fucked. South turbine flow has failed and pump test running has failed. The pump has been clogged. Clog cannot be resolved until water flow has been restored and the pump is shut down completely, then restarted. Alright, we gotta get to the central control system, but we also have to restart the south pump, whatever, water flow, or blockage, whatever. These metahuman bones have been picked clean. How frightful. What do we have here? The corpse has been eviscerated, its limbs have been torn clean off, and its ribcage is oddly deformed. The tattered shreds of a blue maintenance uniform hang loosely off of its chest. You found a well-worn manual entitled Wartungshandbuch Ausgabe 2042. The book is filled with depictions of turbine and pump cross-sections, tools and descriptions of maintenance procedures. A few of the papers have been bookmarked with colourful bits of paper. This page is dominated by a detailed illustration of a turbine cross-section. Scrolled in the margin number is 822896. Green bookmark. There are some notes written in the margins of this page, but you don't recognize the language. The only word you can make out is computer, written several times. Well, I guess that's what happened to the other guy. A corpse mangled beyond recognition. I see. Activate the turbine. 896. The turbine whirs to life. Okay. Oh, we got a sewer man? Oh, there's a couple sewer men. We got mole men. Feral ghouls. Oh, okay. -2 AP. 4 damage. Damn. I messed up. Oh, he's got nerve bolt. Accuracy is increased for this one. What do we got? Two hand hits adjacent targets. Yes, 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 yes. How did you miss? Come on, Aga. God damn it! AP damage, but reduces HP damage by 3. Okay. Hey, Aldente. Welcome in. Oh, she's infected! That stun bolt recovers so fast. Nice. Increases accuracy by 35%. Need to reload though. But we can only use this one. That's fine. Ah, come on, man. Increases target's AP or becoming damage reduced. We'll hit that guy with an AP attack. We really gotta get better with this SMG. Whoops. Sorry. Hey, Finnet. How you doing? I should stop using the shotgun. Oh. Heck. Korean foods. Mmm. Yum, 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 yum. Big fan. Right. Diet Rich is okay now. He took a lot of damage in that. We have a new Korean place that's threatening to open, and I'm looking forward to it. It looks great. Just got back from a bachelor party that involved 5 hours and an ATV on an endurance trail. That sounds awesome, but also very tiring. I survived and didn't personally get stuck neck deep in peat. Oh, I see. Someone did. Sounds more fun than just going to a club. It does indeed. Like, a club is fine, but like doing something cool like that, it's always a good time. And people reserve it for bachelor parties. Yeah. Do it all the time. Why not? We got 5 damage. We got 6 damage with the Powerball. It does 7 on a crit, or 3. We just missed so many of those shots. Damn! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Get Glory in there. Slap, slap, slap. Hey, can move berserk. Everyone else did at some point, including folks that have been there like 3 to 4 times before. Right. It was the Goobris. Got a dragon underground somewhere in a totally different location. I'm sure we'll find out at the end of the game. Oh god, more hobos. Yeah, we got some sewer friends, so we've been dealing with this. messing with their AP. Unbalanced. Damn! Nice one. We're doing okay. We got away with it. I'll check that computer in a minute. Ooh, some more cash. From the last poor sucker that came down here. What else we got? Stash. Restart pump 1. Pump 2 is kind of screwed. Blockage detected. Clear obstruction. Clearing obstruction done. Pump restart is complete with success. Running diagnostic success. Pump 2 operating with normal parameters. Good. Oh. A shambling mound of ragged flesh stumbles towards you. There is a look of desperation in its eyes.
Please don't shoot.
The ghoul's breath reeks of rotting meat.
We're not like the others.
It's a monster, kill it! I don't believe you.
No, please listen to me.
The ghoul takes another faltering step towards you.
The Krieger strain takes a heavier toll on some of us than the others. Many of my kin have been driven mad by the virus, but I am still sane.
Krieger strain?
Of HMHVV, the virus that has infected us, that has twisted us into this. We are not monsters, ma'am. We are people with an illness, incurable for now, and yet some of us cling to hope. You may think of us as lepers if you wish. We've lived down here under the Kreuzbazaar for years. For all that time, this place has provided refuge from the world above. We traded our labor for sustenance, both for ourselves and for our feral brothers, and we survived. But now our food supply has been interrupted, and the feral ones have gone mad with hunger. They're a danger to everybody, even us.
You wait for food. Who was feeding you?
The doctor, a topsider from your Kreuzbazaar. He kept us fed. The contract guaranteed it. Under terms of our deal, we maintained the pumps that keep the Kreuzbazaar sewage flowing. In return, the doctor gave us medical waste to eat. With proper rationing, we found that we could get by on what he gave us. The Deca monitored both sides to ensure our mutual cooperation, but with her death, the doctor has reneged.
I don't know that word.
On the deal.
The Deca. That was probably your girl. Yeah, there's a lot of medical waste in Cyberpunk. People getting the limbs cut off all the time.
Without the food guaranteed by the contract, the feral ones have gone mad, and in their madness they have made it too dangerous for us to maintain the pumps.
Was this Deca named Monica by any chance?
Yes, that was her name.
Doctor? You mean Dr. Esquibel?
Yes, his contributions kept our community alive, helped us thrive. But now that the Deca is gone, he has demanded payment for our feedings. We have no money, but he does not care. He tells us that we must find some, or that he will let us starve.
You were the reason why the sewer system took care of itself.
Yes. In truth, we would still work on the pumps even without the doctor's payments. We love our occupation. It helps us to feel human. But the changes wrought by the Krieger strain require us to eat human flesh. If we don't, we wither and die. Without regular feedings, we will have no choice but to hunt for our food.
I think I have a solution to your problem. It's Milky Eyes Widen. Aw.
Yes, please, whatever you can do, our situation is desperate.
I'll put you out of your misery! I'm gonna have a little talk with Dr. Esquivel.
Yes, perhaps you can convince him where we could not. We have a comlink provided to us by the Decker. It is a direct line to Esquivel's office. If you can call him, he will answer.
I'll go talk to my new friends. Hang on a minute. Hey guys. Oh, it's pretty nice in here actually. All things considered. You pick up the comlink receiver. It's a custom job cobbled together from a jumble of high-end parts. It reminds you of your mission computer, Monica's handiwork. There's a series of staccato clicks as the connection is made. Dr. Esquivel's voice pours into your ear. It's thick with a blend of irritation and insolence. If you're calling me to beg again, you might as well hang up now. I've been bled by you people for too long now. There are plenty of chop shops and organ leggers out there who'd pay good money for... You're not talking to a Ghouldark and I don't beg. Botchy chance. Esquivel tries to hide the surprise in his voice. He doesn't do a very good job. What are you doing on this line, my friend? I've just had a very interesting conversation with some of your long-term customers. I don't know what those things have told you, Botchy chance, but they are not customers. They've never paid me a thing for my services and... They've been keeping Crits Bazaar sewers running, Doc. Well, yes, but I don't know why it's my responsibility to pay them for it. I'll make this easy for you. If you don't feed these ghouls, I'm going to feed you to them. I could try and hardball him, but he's the one holding the cards right here. That's best. Well, then again, I could... Hello, Pastry.
Hello, Pastry.
Esquivel's voice goes ice cold. It's never a good idea to threaten your Dr. Botchy chance. You never know what might happen the next time you're lying on the operating table. If anything happened to me on your table, the rest of my team would come looking for you. Ah, yes, there is that. There's a long pause, Doctor. Finally, you hear a sigh. When Esquivel speaks again, his voice is heavy with resignation. Tell your friends that I've changed my mind. Their feedings will resume directly at no additional cost. Don't make me feed you to the ghouls!
You're back.
I've spoken with Esquivel. You can expect your regularly scheduled feedings to start up again any day now.
Thank you so much, Topsider. This means more to us than you can know.
Yay. We saved a bunch of new friends. Isn't that nice? Wait, what the fuck? Why did the game just minimize? Go back! Right. Sorry, guy. I'll be sure to tell your friend that you didn't make it. Also, thanks for the passcode. It was very useful. You are about to exit this location and return to the Crits Bazaar. Yeah, that was a nice easy mission. We made a bit of cash and we made some new friends. Yeah. I've got some stuff on my screen here I need to... Hey, Mario.
Drake, finally, I was worried that you wouldn't come back either, so tell me, what happened? Everything go okay?
It's taken care of. You can leave after you give me my money.
What about Victor?
Your friend isn't coming. Sorry.
Christ, poor Vic. I don't know how I'm gonna tell his folks. Real close-knit family they were.
I found this on his body. Maybe you could give it to them.
Hey, thanks, still.
Turns the manual over in his hands, rubs his thumb over the careworn paper cover.
They'll appreciate it. Here's the money I promised you.
I'm not laughing at you, man. I mean, that's really sad. Sorry about your loss, but I'm laughing because I'm gonna go talk to the doctor. Hey, Doc. How you doing? I hope that our recent misunderstanding won't have an impact on our ongoing business relationship. Misunderstanding, Butty Chance? I'm sure that I don't know what you're talking about. Well, there were these feral ghouls in the sewers that were eating people because you stopped feeding them medical wizard. About our friends in the sewers. You're not hearing me. I don't know what you're talking about. I know nobody in the sewers, and you know nothing of my extracurricular activities. As long as you're on board with that, our business together can continue unabated. Deal? Deal, Doc. Good. I don't want to actually give you any money, though, so, you know, fuck you. I'm out. Not unless you can give me magic limbs. Figure that one out. I want laser eyes. Elf doctor. Yeah, actually. And here are some orcs. Oh, and a troll. I understand they put you in charge of Monica's outfit. Looks like we're both carrying heavy burdens. I suppose so. We'll see what gives out first. You owe my plastic knees. You need something from me? Nah, I'm good. Actually, I think most people are still in shock, but just you wait, that'll pass, then the panic sets in. Few folks have any real discipline around here. Monica kept them calm by keeping them safe. Now that she's gone, they're gonna start realizing what a heap of misery that blasted city can be. You don't seem too worried, though. Already died once. Every day since is just a bonus. A tired, painful bonus. Really doesn't matter that much to me, but to the rest, it's going to be a different story. Monica kept this place in one piece. She read the flux like a bird reads the wind or a fish reads the current. Without her, there's no telling what's going to happen. Alright, let's leave Grandpa to his devices. What time is it? 20 past? I wanted to get some food before PGR at 3 PM. But I might have time for one more little mission here. Look at all these points we got. Hot dang, we need to fix our shitty SMG hit rate. Hot dog. We have to raise £50,000 to pay Alice. Pastry, that one's for you. Gotta pay Alice. A lone figure stands in the U-Bahn station. Dietrich. He raises a bottle at your approach, then tosses it away.
Figured I'd run into you here, boss. Want to be sure that I caught you before you headed off.
He takes a deep breath and slowly releases it, looks you in the eye.
Botchy Chance, we need to have a talk about this Humanis gig.
Go ahead, Rich. I'm listening.
Well, I've got a history of Humanis. I fought them back in 39 during the Night of Rage. Hell of a thing that was.
I remember the terror, the senseless violence, the murdered children. I remember this little dwarf boy. They stuffed his body in the gutter, Botty Chance. I can still see his face, all bruised and broken. To this day, it makes my blood boil. Anyway, long story short, we beat them. Berlin's punks and anarchists all came together, and we stomped the living dreck out of those racist pigs. A lot of good people died that night, but we put down some of the bad ones too.
Let me guess, you want to come on the Humanist run so you could finish the job?
That's part of it, sure, but it's not the whole story. I don't just want to come on this run, boss. I have to come. It's my nephew, Alexander. He signed on with Humanist, driven to it by his worthless sack of a dad, no doubt.
Who would have guessed the punk band frontman might have thoughts on this, right? I was worried for a second. I was like, don't tell me you're in with them. And then he was like, we beat the shit out of them. I was like, good, he really is a punk. He's got the right attitude, Dietrich. He's a fighter, I like him. Take it that his father, your brother, is a Humanist member too.
Nah, that'd take a level of conviction, a quality that he thoroughly lacks. My best guess is that he's cheating Humanists at a boarding school. They feed and house their recruits, and that's money that he'd rather spend on himself. So he ducked off his boy on them, never mind the fact that they're fascist swine.
Dietrich looks you in the eye.
I've got to get Alexander out of there, Botty Chance, before it's too late. Those monsters are experts at warping young minds. It's how their disgusting ideology propagates. So I'm asking you, as a personal favour, to let me come along on the run. I have to get into that compound, Botty Chance. I have to find Alexander. I have to turn him around before those animals make him do something unforgivable.
Screw that, your nephew sucks. Fuck no. I'm bringing Dietrich everywhere, he's the best.
Thanks, boss. Never doubted you'd bring me, of course. You're too good a woman for that. But it's good to hear it all the same.
Yeah, mate. You and me, but first I'm gonna go buy a new SMG. I just realised I want to do that. You and me, son. Smash some fascists. Gegen Nazis. Nah, you're weird.
Have you heard of the High Elves?
I want to buy a gun. But I also want to talk to the people in the bar. That's right. Lucky Strike. We got off on a bad foot. I wonder if I can convince Lucky Strike to be our friend and then we can get it for cheap. He's got a katana. Weebs, perhaps. A young woman sounds about... Yeah. Hey, you need something? Oh, shit. This is one of those dialogues we did and then have to redo. Fuck, okay. How you holding up, champ? I heard what happened to your boss. It happens. Running the shadows is a dangerous line of work. She wasn't just my boss, she was a friend, I remember. What else did we say? Why'd you bring up Monica? Do you know her? She was like, I knew about Reputation. You can't live in this cute without hearing about the Queen of the Grits Bazaar. Can't say that I was a fan. That's your prerogative, but then you didn't really know her. That's true, but I do have eyes and I can see what's been happening to the Grits Bazaar since she got geeked. The whole place is falling apart, isn't it? And why do you think that is? Monica helped a lot of people. Now she's gone, she can't anymore. Simple. The illustrious Frau Schaefer helped people alright. She helped them so much that they couldn't make things work without her anymore. She made herself into a leader here, and guess what? In an anarchist system, there aren't supposed to be any leaders. You and your friends, you followed Monica too. Obeyed her orders without questions, right? That's generally how a team works, yes. Not without question, there were debates. And at the end of those debates, Monica would put her foot down and wound up doing whatever she said, right? Don't bother answering, it's a rhetorical question. For such a rabid anarchist, your friends seemed awfully comfortable being in power. Contradiction in terms, don't you think? Yes, actually, all of your points are valid. No. I don't think that you know a damn thing about who Monica really was. I can't remember what I said. I mean, it is a fair point, but you're not going to change my opinion of Monica. No, I don't. Fair enough, you're probably right. I didn't know her like you do. I'm sure she was a lovely person. All I really know is that your friend's death left the power vacuum and all the Grits Bazaar is less stable because of it. Okay. Yeah, I have to redo the conversations in this bar. Are you sure about that?
Step, 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 step. And then we spoke to the statue, I think. Where we learned about it. Okay, good. I just need to go through that again. And then, can we save? No, why can't I save? Why does this game stop me from saving constantly? What if I want to stop playing the game? Ah, I didn't even buy a gun. I need to go buy a gun. I feel like our SMG is a 5 damage weapon? No, it's a 6 damage weapon. How do I see view stash? Mine's a 5 damage cap 30. I'll take a 6 damage cap 24. I did the Twitter thing. Mama was a hero to everyone, but Illogicoma was a hero to the kids. Oh, really? Did you do a repost? Or did you put you post the image that you drew? I'm no hero. I just play the funny video games. You're the guys that do all the donates. You're the real heroes. Not all heroes wear crepes. Eat crepes. The art and the review trailer, nice, lovely. Well, we're going to be watching that soon, aren't we? I'm excited. Because it means I get to not talk for an hour. Not all heroes eat crepes. What should we do? Meet Lucador's team. Farm a lab complex to eliminate the loose ends from your client's botchy run. Or the Humanist port. That seems like a big thing. This is the one that the dude set up, and this is our weird custom mission that doesn't pay as much. Stay here for now. I want to save. Why can't I save? Alright, it looks like we're going to have to do a mission regardless, so I guess I'll try and make it quick. I'm going to do the Humanist mission. Your fixer. In addition to your team, your fixer ABS In addition to your team, your fixer has access to a small network of mercenaries in the Berlin area. These runners appear below your core team on the runner selection screen and can be hired on a mission-to-mission basis. As you complete missions, both your team members and the available mercenaries will periodically gain access to new equipment and abilities. Any new items, spells, weapons, or weapon abilities that are runner gains will automatically be available to use the next time on the mission. We've got a team, and they're very good. I would like to try these sometime, maybe on like some bootleg ass mission. I'll take some guys with me, but I ain't spending money to take people when I already have a crew that I understand how they work. The U-Bahn rattles to a halt at the edge of Kreuzberg. You're only a few blocks away from Schattennest, the kietz that Maxim and his smugglers call home. According to Samuel, they should be expecting you. Schattennest. Did I equip my new gun? Oh, I've got both. I don't need both. Unless we could dual wield. I didn't even think of that.
Well, boss, I just wanted to thank you for bringing me along on this one. It means a lot.
Don't sweat it. Even Shadowrunners have families.
Alexander, he's a good kid, you know? If I'd been there for him, if I hadn't run off to Berlin, left him with his worthless sack of a dad, he'd have never fallen in with those humanist pigs in the first place.
The expression on Diet Rich's face softens and he claps you on the shoulder.
Let's go find my nephew. Let's crack all the humanist skulls we can along the way. The fuckers have it coming in more ways than I can count.
But she was programmed in USA. She was programmed to spray and pray and fire explosions that may or may not hit their targets. It's easier that way. You know how it is. A matronly woman with a round face and kind eyes greets you. Her apron is caked in what looks like about a year's worth of grease. Guten Tag, what can I get you? That depends what you have. But today we have a soy-based currywurst for 5 nuyen or a soup and sandwich combo for 10. Good, simple, stick-to-your-ribs food. Perfect for a cold day like this. Yeah, give me that soup. She hands over a small cup of steaming soup and a sandwich. You take a quick bite and swig down some soup. It's wonderful. Delicious. Thank you. She favors you with a motherly smile. Sure thing, honey. The vendor pauses for a moment, then steeples her pudgy fingers. We don't see many strangers down at this end of the line, in case you hadn't noticed. Things are a little run down out here. You weren't thinking of heading out past the wall, were you? As a matter of fact, I was. Well, it doesn't make any difference to me, but you be careful out there. The people on the other side of that wall, well, they've got no respect for anybody. Thanks for the warning. Best of luck and take care of yourself. Thanks, hot dog mom. I'm gonna go kill some racists. Wait, there's a phone. Dead drop. Shockvale and writer. Okay, this is an open request for information on current and past owners of the Humanist Poly Club. Identifying information such as home addresses and photographs is preferred. The presence of this hate group and its supporters will no longer be tolerated within our community. We will expose them to the harsh light of truth. The timely delivery of this information will be well rewarded. Freedom, equality, information. Shockvale and writer. A rough-looking dwarf with a fire plug build holds out his hand at your approach.
Oh, there, Beanpole. I don't know where you think you're headed, but you should turn around and go back the way you came.
I've got business on the other side of your barricade, one way or another. That's where I'm going. He stares at you, an appraising look in his eye.
Well, you look like you can handle yourself, but still, I'm telling you, the people out there are bad news. There are gangs on the other side of this barricade that skin you alive as soon as look at you.
I'll just have to skin them first.
Alright, be my guest. Go play with the torture gangs. Something tells me you'd be a better fit out there anyway.
Gestures to the tall standing behind him.
Let him by, Sergey.
Thanks, dude. This guy's just here to say, don't go in there, it's full of racists. And I'm here to say, oh, that's exactly why I'm here, my friend. The figure at the center of the group shoots you an insolent glance. His fine elvish features match Samuel's description. This must be Maxim, your smuggler liaison. But what does he sound like?
Well, if it isn't that muscle that Tuck promised us, look who it is, everybody. The new hires have elected to grace us with their presence. Nice of you to join us.
He glances at the PDA on his wrist, then looks back up at you. When he speaks again, his voice is sharp and humorous.
You're late, chummer.
I'm here, that's all that matters. He lets out a theatrical sigh.
Well, you come highly recommended, so I suppose I'll overlook it.
If we run into trouble, you'll be glad to have me around, I guarantee it. Blah, 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 blah. His mouth twists into a smirk.
I certainly hope so, for your sake.
Without another word, he turns and slaps the side of a bulldog step van. A second van of the same design rumbles to life a few feet away.
Pile in, people, and be ready. There's rough country between us and the meeting site. We might run into trouble along the way.
Alright. Game saved. Perfect. So, let's see. 20 minutes into your trip, the van comes to a screeching halt. Maxim presses her face on the passenger window. From the mix of anger and dread on his face, you can tell that he doesn't like what he sees.
Damn it, I knew this was gonna happen. I fucking knew it.
He cranes his neck around to look you in the eye.
Everybody pile out of the van and get ready, Bocce Chance. We're gonna need some muscle in a second.
As you take your position outside the van, you hear a shrill voice bark out an order. A pair of portable gun turrets begins to self-calibrate in response. Sweeping your gaze over the gang as assembled before you, you identify the owner of the voice, a leathery woman, weird, with a wild hair and a mirthless smile. She calls out again, her voice brimming with pride. What does she sound like? Oh. Bah. So many people. Fuck it. Hello out there, welcome to Rambach territory. Maxim licks his lips, eyes scanning over the ganger's hastily assembled roadblock.
This kid belongs to Sturf Turf Slag, has for months. You better clear out your way before they show up and force you out.
Surf Turf, those tunnel rats are ancient history. Go ahead and call them if you don't believe me. It's just the same as he is. Her face twists into an ugly smile. Scream as loud as you want. They won't hear you. We buried them last week. Maxim's expression turns stony, but his voice remains calm.
Congratulations on your victory. You must have taken some losses in the fight, though. I'm betting you're not at 100%. Why don't you let us cross the bridge in peace? There's no need for any bloodshed today.
You know what? You're absolutely right. We don't need to fight. You just pay us a small toll. We'll be more than happy to let you cross our bridge. I'm thinking, say, 500 million per van. Her voice turns cold. Otherwise, you better find another way to get where you're going, because this bridge is ours, and nobody crosses without paying the toll. Nobody.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this does need to get violent.
Maxim turns to you.
Get ready to ventilate these assholes, Bocce Chance. We got a schedule to keep.
Take the shipment, the cash for the delivery, and all of your lives. I mean, I could just kill everyone, but they'll get a new ship. Negotiate with the gangers. Let's be smart about this. Nah. I can't remember what the backstory on this mission is. Hang on a minute. The U-Bahn rattles to a halt at the edge of Kreutzberg. You're only a few blocks away from Shatness, the kits that Maxim and his smugglers called home. They should be expecting you. So these smugglers are working for Humanus, right? Or we at least think so. They're delivering the stuff to Humanus. And these are just gangbangers. I don't want to attack everyone because they could be on our side secretly.
Good, that's a good idea, pal.
The ganger's boss jeers at Maxim. See that? You're merciless smart and you are. You should put her in charge. Maxim wheels around to face you, his face a mask of fury. His voice explodes out in a harsh whisper.
Quiet the fuck down. You don't speak for me and you don't speak for this organization.
Willpower 3. Stare Maxim down. I know what I'm doing. Let me speak. Maxim stares at you, bristling, but he holds his tongue. After a few seconds, he nods.
Do it, but you better not fuck this up.
Dietrich leans forward to whisper in your ear. His ubiquitous smile has disappeared.
This is a waste of time, boss. Let me fry these sons of bitches so we can get back on task.
Charisma 4! Oh, baby! Maxim steps back, leaving you to negotiate with the Rambach leader. The ganger boss stands there, hands on her hips, awaiting your response. Here's the deal. You let us cross for 750 million. That includes the return trip. We renegotiate for future crossings.
I've got nothing.
There's a brief pause and the Rambok yells out a response.
You've got yourselves a deal.
His eyes go wide. Do you even have 750 Nuon? Because that ain't coming out of our cut. Nah, just screwing with you. We've got to kill everybody and take the shipment for ourselves. Nope, but now we can catch them off guard. Pay the gangers. We can't risk getting shot up before they meet. He shakes his head at you.
You want to pay them, that's your business. I still think you're crazy, but I won't say no.
Listen, we're getting paid a shitload for this mission, so... We'll take the money back off the cold, dead bodies. The courtyard of Humanus compound is strangely quiet. The only activity that you notice is the clatter of the mechanized gates as they rumble shut behind the vans. The bulldogs roll to a stop. You step out alongside Maxim and the rest of the smugglers. There are crates here, a lot of crates, all scattered in various stages of disorganization. It looks as though your delivery is just one of many that has this branch of Humanus has received. The what? The smugglers unload the cargo from their vans with practiced efficiency. The whole operation feels polished and professional, but you can tell that Maxim is nervous. You can see it in his eyes. The smugglers finish uploading the last of their crates, then take up positions around the van. Minutes pass. Nobody comes to meet you.
No welcoming party. This isn't a good sign.
Well, then maybe I should go over and talk with them? Or it's almost as if they didn't expect us to make it here.
My thoughts exactly. This puts us in a bad spot, Bocce Chance. I'm not sure what our next step is.
We need some answers and we need to get paid. Your next step is to sit out here and manage to go inside. I've got a job to do. Nah, let's give a game away.
What are you gonna do? Knock on the front door? What makes you think they'll even answer? They've done a pretty good job of avoiding us so far. Leave that to me, friends.
Dietrich jerks a thumb in the direction of the Humanus compound.
They have a hard time avoiding us when I'm in there kicking down doors and lighting fires. You gotta be kidding me. That's a Humanus compound, pal. You go in there and you ain't gonna come back out.
Humanus doesn't scare me. I've gone up against worse, far worse. His eyes widen.
You're not hiding muscle door, are you? You're a Shadowrunner here on the job.
That's right, but there's no reason why I can't help you out while I'm doing it.
You're serious, aren't you? You're really going in there.
He takes a step back.
Well, be my guest. I won't get in your way. When you make it back, if you make it back, we'll be out here waiting for you.
Whoa, whoa. What are we selling here? Judging by the amount of small print on the label, whatever's been stored in it is extremely bad news. Highly dangerous chemical agent. Do not take internally. Increases aggression and reduces impulse control. It's venom. Do not proceed unless material safety data sheet has been read and understood. I don't really get it. What's this? Go this way. Hello, Humanus! Absolute Berlin. Do me a save. Do me a save. Come on. The Humanus compound smells like a locker room and doesn't look much better. Calling the building run down would be an understatement. Paint is peeling off the cheap Duraplast walls and the tiles on the floor are mired with decades worth of grime. It's an old ugly place, perfectly suited to the old ugly ideology being practiced here. You enter the compound. The information that Samuel Beckenbauer sent you here to find lies somewhere ahead. Game autosaved. Right. This may be how we drop in hot next time, because it's 2:45, so I need to go and sit in the Discord for the 3 PM Peach Girl movie review watch along. I'm going to try and get myself a little snack before that, because I'm hungry. But yeah, still really like Shadowrun. This is fun. I enjoyed this game a lot. Next time, stopping fascists. How good is that? Like, it'll be Wednesday, I think. Get back from work. I'll be like, oh, it's Wednesday. Oh, it's been a long day at work. Oh, what am I going to do tonight? Like, stomp on some fascists. Wonderful. That's going to make my day. But anyway,
thanks for coming along, everyone, and I will catch you all next time. If you are joining us for the Peach Girl movie review, you'll need to head to the Discord. We're not going to be watching it in Discord, but I will be in Discord. We're going to do a YouTube sync video thing because it's better that way. But yes, I shall see you all later.